So there are three teams, in my opinion, who should be the ones that are in the driver's seat, the front runners to sign Trevor Bauer, who's still the big fish starting pitcher out there. I know he wants a pretty hefty, deal at a high annual average salary and for an extended period of time. So it sounds like 6 to 8 years, but we'll see. I think there are a couple teams who can afford it, and I think there are fits where his arsenal and his personality would be a fit. Okay, number three. I'm going to work my way backwards. Number three, the Anaheim Angels, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. They need pitching desperately. They have a kind of a murderous row type lineup. We're from Trout and with the up and coming Adele and Rendon and a lot of these other guys that they have. Iglesias now and Ohtani. Their lineup is really, really good, but they need pitching. They've got Dylan Bundy, but they don't have much behind him, and they need starters and relievers. So there are pieces that they need to bring in. I know they made a couple of incremental signings this offseason, but he would be a perfect fit. I think him and like a Taijuan Walker would be well off. And if Artie Moreno's going to spend money, that's, I think, where he should spend it. Mike Trout's prime years, he should be going to the playoffs on a regular basis. So they're the number three fit for me because they have, I think, the biggest need of these three teams. And he would really, really, really go a long way towards moving the needle for that team. Number two would be the New York Mets. And they need another pitcher. His personality is perfect for New York. He's nuts. The staff is nuts. The press, they're relentless. So I can only imagine the type of dialogue he'd be having with these people. It would be must see baseball, must see interviews and all kinds of stuff. So, but he's an elite pitcher, and he would fit in right behind Jacob deGrom, and with what the people that they've added so far. I know they unloaded Steven Matz, which could be a precursor to a Bauer trade, but I don't know. Bauer would also probably put them over the threshold for the luxury tax, so they'd have to pay a 20% penalty towards, I think, of any dollar past $210 million. So that's something I have to keep in mind. But with all the moves that they've made so far, Trevor Bauer would really, really, really put them over the top as one of the top four elite teams in the National League. Going with the Dodgers and the Cardinals and the Padres and them, and right around the corner would be the Atlanta Braves. So they would be a top five team in the National League, in my opinion. And other teams in the division have made moves. The Phillies have made moves. The Nationals have made moves. So this would be a really, really big, bold move for the Mets. And it would really, really put a three-headed monster in that rotation. With Noah Syndergaard coming back from Tommy John, they've added Carlos Carrasco. They brought back Marcus Stroman. So they've got depth. They've got depth there. And adding Trevor Bauer to that stable would be huge for them. And I think, that would be must-see baseball, particularly if you're having to deal with, a Bauer and a deGrom and a healthy Syndergaard and a Carrasco and a Stroman in the playoffs. That's a tough rotation to get past, particularly multiple rounds. So they're my number two team. But the number one team, in my opinion, is a team that I predicted him to go to twice, and that's the Chicago White Sox. I think they're primed. If they brought him in, okay, and they just brought back Carlos Rodon for us a little bit of long relief and lefty, protection and stuff like that, and also to give Liam Hendricks a little bit of a break too, which I think was a good move for them. Low key but impactful. Adding him to the stable would make him, to me, the overwhelming favorites in the American League to go to the World Series. Period. And I think they would be up there. They'd be able to compete with any team in the National League in the World Series, no matter what their lineup in the rotation are and stuff like that. He, to me, he's one of the missing pieces. They've already added Lance Lynn via trade, and they've got a lot of young pitchers and young hitters, Giolito, and that lineup is relentless. I mean, and with the moves that they've made so far, and even though it doesn't look like Alex Colomé is coming back, or Colomé, but what they've done so far, I mean, replacing him with Liam Hendricks, that's an upgrade. And bringing in Lance Lynn to add that, that's an upgrade to the rotation. If you bring in a Trevor Bauer, whole next level for the White Sox. Whole next level. He, to me, that's the number one fit for Trevor Bauer. And those teams, to me, are the three top fits in terms of fit and need, and the ability to bring him in financially. So, could he be a fit in a lot of places? Yeah, of course. He's a beast. So, and there's no doubt about it. But those are the 3 best fits. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I really want to know, what you think, whether you agree or not, and if you see him at another team as a better fit on another team. Let me know. Your comments you're definitely welcome. I like to have dialogue with all of you. So, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My regulars, you're the best. And I'm going to talk about Marcell Ozuna in the next video. So, stay tuned.